Good, how are you?
Good. You're obviously not short on good players on the defensive side of the ball, but Abdul kind of rises to maybe have the potential to be that kind of game breaker kind of guy on that side. When you have someone that's that good or can be that good, how does that change the dynamic of the defense when you're putting it together, when you're thinking about what you can do, and maybe just the psyche of knowing obviously you have a lot of good guys out there, but somebody like him that can do the things that he can do?
Well, certainly if you have a player like Abdul who has a certain skill set, there are some things that he does very well that you want to put him in those positions to make plays as often as possible. But Abdul and I had a conversation just walking on the field yesterday, and I mentioned this before, with Abdul's talent, if Abdul just does simple things in a simple manner, it will look extraordinary to the outside eye. Because that's just what very talented people do. If they just play simple, then, I would show the guys, the shot that Michael Jordan made to beat the Utah Jazz, it wasn't half court, it was an 18-foot shot. I mean, everybody in this room is probably with enough shots would at least make one of them, right? So it's not about putting the cape on and doing, insane things. When you're extremely talented and you play simple, you make simple things look extraordinary. And that to me has been what we're trying to get Abdul to understand as he goes into year two. There's expectations, people all of a sudden realize, oh my gosh, I've got to hit a grand slam with nobody on base, and that's not necessarily the case.
Way in the back, T. Frank.
Hey man, straight back.
Hey.
How you doing today?
Good. How's it going there in the last row?
Pretty good, pretty good. In 2019, Greg Rousseau had, I believe, 16 sacks on your defense, a lot of them rushing from the interior. Do you see any similarities in talent or fit between him and Denai?
Everyone's a little bit unique in their own certain way. Greg was a redshirt freshman that year. So yeah, when we went to 3 down, we were able to put him inside a little bit because of the other ends that we have. Those are the questions that you can never answer at this stage of training camp, because you have to assess who you put on the field on the 3rd down, and if you kind of go all in, how much do you weaken yourself if you don't get off the field on 3rd down? Obviously, you want to do your best to get off the field on 3rd down. It's a pass-fail type grade. And at the same time, what do the guys do well? What's their skill set? So we're going to always try to put our guys in the best position to make plays. 3rd down is, of course, a down that everybody in the country takes very seriously, and we do here. And our guys have a lot of confidence in what we do in our 3rd down package. And I think those are all the things that we're trying to figure out. Right now, we want someone to be great at one thing. Denai, be great at this, Abdul will be great at this. And then once they can do that, then again, they expand their ability to help us outward.
Andrew?
Coach over here near the pillar. You joined this team right before the Outback Bowl 2 years ago. In that time, how has your perception of the program and personnel changed?
Well, my first impression of the program is held to be true now. I mean, I was very impressed with the way that our kids worked. I was very impressed in the way that they communicated. I was very impressed in the pride that they play with here and what Penn State means to them. From a personnel standpoint, I do think, and again, I can only speak on what I've seen with my own eyes in the time that I've been here, but it does feel like our recruiting on the defense side of the ball is trending in the right direction. I like the guys who we've added to our roster, either the ones that signed in the class that arrived when I arrived, the class that just got here, and I like the ones that we've got committed to us right now. I really think that from a standpoint of what it takes to play championship defense and at all 3 levels, I think we're doing a heck of a job. And that's all you do is you just stack recruiting classes on top of each other, and pretty soon you've got a team that's ready to challenge for shiny objects.
Time for one more question. Tyler, over here.
Thank you. Back in December, I think it was, you told us that you felt like you signed 3 elite linebackers in that 2023 class, and I had a chance to see 2 of them for spring ball, 1 of them for a few practices. Can you give an updated evaluation on Tamir and Tony and Kavion and really what their positional outlook is for the immediate future?
We've only had 1 day in pads, right, since spring. Obviously, everybody saw that, Tony and Tamir did well in the spring game, which I thought gave them a lot of confidence. Tamir certainly is an inside linebacker, a Mike linebacker in our defense. I think Tony can factor in as a Sam or a Will. I think Kavion the same way as a Sam or Will. And again, our offense, as you mentioned, we do a lot of stuff on offense. We present a lot of pictures, a lot of moving parts, motions, formations, this, that, and the other. So Kavion right now is kind of walking down the middle of Interstate 99 with cars flying by in each direction, but all the freshmen are. That's just normal on both sides of the ball. But they have shown already, even with Kavion, has shown some athletic things to let us know why we were so high on him and that we think that he's got a really good future here at Penn State.
All right, thank you very much, Manny. We will have Mike next.
Thank you all.
Thanks, man.